Well, hello. This is the latest I've been in a long, long time. Long, long time. So I sat down. Hello, hello. I'm Lucinda. Welcome. I sat down here at 2:10, and because my computer, I use Windows, decided to do an upgrade that I didn't know about. It changed like my whole outlay of tabs, and I guess Microsoft Edge took over. And so, I have all my stuff saved. So when I go into StreamYard, I just boom, it recognizes me. I go into my mail, boom, it just recognizes me. I go into YouTube, boom, it just no. I had to like manually enter everything, and wait for codes, and I'm in the country. So sometimes those codes take a little while to get to my mailbox. So I'm just like, oh, come on, man. Is always something. I was like, I'll be there by 2:10, which is pretty much my average, which is why I now say Eastern time, 5-ish, right? Good Lord. So it's Friday. I think that's exciting for a lot of people. For me, it's just kind of another day. But it does mean that then I have 2 whole days to just, invoice, pack, sleep, go to the beach. Maybe some of you saw the short I put up from last Monday, going to the beach and just sitting quietly on a piece of driftwood and watching the seals and the pelicans. And it was super foggy, so it was like raindrops were hitting my head, and it was just I had some organic food from my local tiny little grocery store / deli that I ate, and just kind of quiet contemplation. And it was with my back, it was so hard. The driftwood had all gotten pushed way up, and you have to walk a little ways anyway to see the ocean. And with my back, it was like I was playing a 2-hour game of football or something, trying to get over there. And so, and then getting back, man, it was like I was a 90-year-old lady who needed a scooter, which of course would not work on sand. It was there were some campers there because there's a small little area you can camp overnight. It's kind of a historic spot. And they were looking at me, and I was so embarrassed. I was just like, really, I'm not that old. Really, I can do this. It's all right. You don't need to keep staring. My partner who's already at the car could turn around and help. We got this. So I'm in Northern California, beach, right? I'm in Northern California. That is where I ship from. I invoice out every week. And then I usually ship out within 4 or 5 days of being paid. I try to wait till pretty much, everyone has paid, because otherwise that one person who doesn't, or those 3 people get into or 4 people get into a really big lag. And so I used to do 2-week build a box. I can't afford to do that anymore because the economy is so slow. My apologies. I'm sorry. However, hi, Bassa Move. How are you? I haven't seen you in a long time. Hello. If you ever want to do a build a box of 2 weeks, I'm good with that. You just have to email me. It's right down there, and say, hey, I want to build a box. I'll be back and I'll do that, but I will invoice out every week. And then that means you'll get your package in more like 3 weeks. But if you're not in a hurry, and then alternatively, if you're in a hurry and you're like, I just want those items, bill me, get it out as soon as possible, That's cool too. That's cool too. So I have some stuff that I brought a while ago, a few times, and I'm going to go through it pretty quickly. It is fun, kind of lower end, but fun costume. And it's going to be at very low prices today. Heidi, hello, darling. How are you? And then I have a whole bunch of brand new, beautiful stuff. A few pieces I'll be showing again from what I showed, last week or even Tuesday. And then brand new stuff, including a bunch of really fabulous 80s earrings, enameled, huge, both pierced and clip-on. And those are going to go pretty cheap as well. Yeah. So, boom, boom. How's everyone's weather? How's everyone's life? Oh, you're done melting? And now you're drowning. Right? The weather here today, I have on a t-shirt and an overshirt because I don't know what's going on out there. I think it's a mixture of fog and clouds. And I think some of California is actually getting rain with crazy weather. So, and I do one or two. Sorry, such a weird one or two giveaways. And so Heidi, my lovely mod, helps keep track of that. And sometimes my buddy Kathy Wiseman comes in and she also assists with fun trivia, her encyclopedia knowledge of stuff. Heidi keeps it fun and moving and asks really great questions. And she'll put in the description and the prices. And so 10 thumbs up and I do my first giveaway. 20 or close to 20, I do my second. And I will only do those giveaways when we hit the 10 or 20 if there's at least 8 people in here. And you need to have purchased. And if you haven't purchased, but you're interested in participating, you can pay shipping. Or if you're going to be building a box and you want me to hold it until next week because you're going to come back and buy more, well, you can ask me to do that as well. Okay? So, PayPal, pirate ship. There we go. Yeah. Cheers. Looking for your arrow. Heat storm, like a thunder and lightning storm. Yeah, and I need to behave. Yeah, Heidi. Yeah, that'll be fun. Lastly, and we're going to get this party started, I try not to go beyond 2.5 hours, but because of my back and my upper body, both lower and upper, but everything's moving so slow that economy-wise for all of us, sometimes I've been staying on for 3 hours, so it's really pushing me to my limit. So we'll see. I will bring the fun stuff. And my feet are bare. I like bare feet. When I'm inside, used to outside, inside, bare feet all the time. Didn't care. Okay. And if I have to get up and get slippers or use, take a union break, I will. And I will pile something up here and do dollar bids. Okay? So let's get the party started. So Heidi, this is going to be a starting bid of 18. It is a Victorian romance style choker, black glass. Starts at $18. Thank you. Yeah, bare feet. I can't stand shoes. That's just how I've always been. So I mean, my whole life since I was a child, barefoot, but not pregnant. Let's see. Move my lights. I had to move my lights. I thought to do my first VAMP sale yesterday, and I didn't advertise it. I just wanted to go in on my own, new people, new place, and see what happened. And this is so dirty. I really popped up at the last second. Hold on, I'm getting it. Oh, here it is. I'm getting and it was kind of a test run because there was a lot of logistics to learn. And yeah. And no, I didn't sell anything. And I didn't like preload or let people know I was coming in, but I did have an admin. And I learned some stuff about VAMP, and we'll see how that goes. Well, it's just because I popped on at like 4:00 or something for an hour. I only went through 14 items once, and it's a learning curve. So once I know how many times, I don't even know if I'm going to go on once a week, quite frankly. I don't know. It's not really worth it. So this is, there you go, Sweet Romance. And I just polished it. A lot of the tarnish came off. Do I think it's sterling? No. Is it possible that it's got some coating on the tag? Yes. Sweet Romance. This is beautiful. It is a modern, this is black glass. Again, I apologize. I thought I had to move all these lights and, 2 devices, all this stuff. It turned out everything they told me wasn't right. Oops. There you go. So I just like to do that. And then I move it back over out of the, wait. So this is black glass. It is done how it would have been done with rods that then connect in a loop. Yeah, it's dark. Wowzer. Let's see if I can bring this one a little closer. My apologies. I had it dialed in for how I wanted it. And then it comes down. Look at this. I think $18 for this piece is just totally worthy. Look at that. Down to this beautiful long piece. And it is all cut glass. It is older glass, so I don't know. It's probably, there's still so much check glass out there. And it's not AB coated, but it sparkles and shines. I'm wondering if it's check glass. And I will give you the dimensions and we will move on if no one's interested. Jukebox brain. Look how dark it is in here. This is very unusual. You can't really see it at all. So you can see the length though. The length, wow. So I got to set this up different for winter. The length is, so this is like 15, but by the time it comes down to there, the pendant drop is about 19. This is beautiful. And I know it's not showing on my purple shirt at all, but look at how gorgeous. And it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 loops and then the hanging piece. And honestly, I suppose you could use some of this for an extender, but then it would be off center when it's hanging on you. So that's a starting bid of 18. And I'm not going to go lower than that. But let's move on. If y'all aren't interested in that. And I don't do recaps. So I will try the some of the pieces at the very end I'll go through super quickly, like I did last time. Okay. And if someone is looking for something in particular that you want, drop it in the chat because I may have it, or I can bring it next time, or I can send you an email with photos. Okay. So Heidi, this is going to be a starting bid of $4. And I just noticed they have two different earring backs, but I will change it. They are feather earrings. I do not think sterling silver, but they're totally in the 1970s style. They have their feather drop herringbone. You'll see earrings, and I will. Hi, Angelica. How are you? I will put. See, right now they have a gold and a black. This is brand new, just sorted this morning. A gold and a really large sterling silver. So this is probably the original. This is not, but I have tons of them. I'll fix it. I can't believe this. This is going to drive me crazy. The whole sale. Why the light is so awful. I'm okay so far today. I really am. Been having a lot of pain in I've had a doctor's appointment Monday. Then I went to the beach and sat, and that was hard to walk and get there. And then I had to go over the hill to a dentist appointment Wednesday. And then yesterday was the first time I ever sold on VAMP. So and then sorting new inventory. I've been really busy. So these are just a herringbone. My camera always takes a minute. Sorry. Herringbone drop. This is not sterling, but it is a little faux leaf. And they're just that 1970s costume jewelry. Probably an inch and a quarter long. $4. Faux red pearls and little silver balls on the end. These are great. These are great. And if they can't sell here for $4, I don't know what to do with it. Okay. Thank you, Angelica. And you are doing okay? You are doing okay? Okay. So I may or may not show those later because $4. I don't know. I mean, they can go in a to eBay in a like jewelry or a craft jar. Hey, look at this. I am just curious if anyone would be interested in these. For the set of these gold starburst hair clips, they are $10. Oh, I think Mellie's doing pretty good. She's just she hasn't been around. She's taking care of her husband who, was in the hospital and had to do a graft in a vein in his leg. And so yeah, she's just at home being with family and being with her sister, and that's what she's doing currently. So yeah, these are buy it now. $10 for the set. I bought these in Japantown in San Francisco with my daughter after we went and got her wedding dress starting being tailored to her. This was just like, God, about 6 weeks before my mother passed. So it was a difficult time. And it was something. Yeah, no, she's fine. She's doing well. And so is her husband. This was something we bought just in case because I had a vintage dress that I bought. And this seemed as though they might be really fun to go in my hair in a kind of bun updo. So, yeah. And they cost me more than 10, but I'm never going to wear them. I don't wear hair things like this anymore. And they just are, your basic clip in. So if you're going to a wedding, if you're going to a party, Christmas, these would be fabulous. And they're big. They're big. And my intention was to wear them on each side like this in a bun. On the sides of a bun, either up or down. They are about 3.5 inches long, and they're not heavy. They're just big. And they've never been used, and they're very heavy duty. So, yeah, package toppers. Even, you could do one at a time. You don't have to do the set. So you would have 2 Christmas package toppers. But if you're going to a wedding, they really are cool. Yep. Now, Sandra, hi. Yeah, I know what you mean. I have a lot of people say that because even Canada, the tariffs, and Heidi knows, we sent gifts to Heidi, and I don't know. Heidi didn't tell me, bless her heart. I put on the thing that they weren't worth anything, the little gifts we sent, because retail value, if you really got down to the materials, was not a lot, but still tariffs. So if someone changes their mind, $10. They're modern, but these are fun, and they're gonna wind up putting them right over here because I have a feeling they're just gonna go in a jar. Yes, a winter wedding. And they sparkle like crazy, the whole deal. Okay, let's do something completely different right now. Let's do starting bid on a pair of BSK pink celluloid. BSK pink celluloid clip-on earrings. $10. $10 clip-on. These would match what I'm wearing. These are great. Yes. Okay. So you did not have to pay taxes, but you didn't have to pay tariffs either? Hello, Flo. What's going on? I hope you're doing well. So here is the front. I love celluloid. I'm assuming this is a celluloid. It very much looks it. It could be a earlier plastic, but everything, I've had so much in my hands. To me, it looks like carved celluloid. Here is the back with the BSK. And I would say there's a little bit of discoloration. I would also say I just didn't take the time to clean them. Oh, nice. I want a booth. I'm not close enough to one. And with my back and all that, it's just, I keep trying to think of a way in which I can do a booth here in my little valley, just like in one of these little wine tasting things in the main town. Like, just ask if I could have a case in there that I manage, and I pay them, they have to open it and all that. So I would pay them rent and see how it goes. Anyway, these go with my shirt. They are BSK, a collectible costume vintage line. And they're about an inch. And I love that they have the definition. And, it's a feathered, right? Yeah. Pretty. So Heidi, we need to pay import taxes. Yeah. Oh, wait. That's fantastic, Heidi. You didn't have to pay anything. I'm so glad to hear that. So if you change your mind, you know where these are. And they are gold tone. And they're in really good shape. Colleen, $300 bracelet and $20. That's not bad. I mean, but so this becomes the question, and it's a sucky question. I had someone in Canada asking me to lie on the paperwork about what was in the package so that they paid less taxes. And I totally got it, but at the same time, the blowback would come back at me for lying about what was in the package. And my invoice is like clearly there, and I would have had to lie on the invoice, and it was just this whole thing. And so, yeah, I had to say no. And that sucked. But it's really hard because I would love to say, yeah, all of this costs $5. And, you know, I could ship to Canada and people would pay nothing, but I can't do that. Right. And you're in, Colleen, you're in Canada, but Sandra, you're in Australia. Yeah, this whole tariff thing in America is crazy. I am writing on my page, week 1, day 2 invoice, just in case anyone actually buys anything. It does happen. It does. And I do get emails after my sales. Okay. I am going to run this pin. This is a toss-up to me. So we're just going to put in a gold tone pin with black acrylic. Buy it now. $9. Oh, I see. Yes. Yeah. Right. This was a really difficult situation. I was just like, I can't, because if I'm the one, I would be breaking the law. So yeah, because my invoice is already made. So this is just acrylic on this gold tone pin. And here's the thing. I see this in one of two ways. I'm going to show you the back and tell you why I'm thinking this. There's a little bit of a cleaning paste right there. Sorry. Again, sorting and unpacking, and I did wash some things and brought them. So here's the back pin. That is a rollover. It does not come out that far. But what I'm wondering on this piece, even though it's acrylic, that's not unusual. Plastics have been being used forever. I was kind of wondering if this wasn't like a 1930s. Not sure. There's just something about the back and the way the construction, the stamped metal. It reminds me of an earlier era. Now, that could be deliberate, but there you go. And it is about 1.25 inches. And like I said, it's acrylic, but I think it's a beautiful brooch. And I can't really date this one. Yeah. Buy it now, 10. And like I say, it would be nice for a man. And in fact, maybe it was for a gentleman. So generally the clasp is really telltale, and this clasp does look more modern, but the rest of it looks older. So I'm at a loss. I don't know. It has a little bit of that deco, so there you go. And what did I say? Was it 10? It was 10, but let's drop it to 6. Price drop, $6. Buy it now. Yep, that would be nice. There you go. Bam. Package topper. Yeah, I would. Let's do it. Buy it now. 6. Drop the price. Why do I have this? I have my bags all sorted, different types of bags. And sometimes I'm in a hurry and I mix them up. Okay, $6. All right, let's do something more. Let's do a thermoset. Let's do a thermoset. Now, this thermoset necklace, Lisner, is going to start at $38. There are so many collectors of thermosets and other beautiful plastics right now, and I have quite a bit, and I always have ever since I started selling. I've been fascinated with plastics and fascinated with the brand Lisner as one of my favorite brands. Okay, it's been in a bag and it's there you go. And I wish I had the earrings. And rarely, they're getting harder and harder to find. 1950s piece. Rarely do I get Lisner anymore. There's other odd brands or no brands. Shepherd's Hook. And this is a peach and a brown. Kind of a frosty pink and a brown thermoset. And of course, each piece is articulated. And it is, thank you, Heidi. It's a big one as well. It's quite long. And then it has that great extender. I love links like that. And the classic drop. Only this one. Let me get my little thing. Ooh, I'm going to go get new glasses next month. And next week, I'm going back to the dentist. And I'm having a cavity fixed in my front tooth. They're finally going to take it apart and rebuild it and put a temporary. And then I'll go get a crown. I can't tell you. I've been wanting my front tooth fixed forever. I'm so excited. I was thinking it said Lisner, where the indents are on both sides of that kind of teardrop oval. But I don't see it through my magnifier. Now, I do have the slightest bit of macular degeneration in my glasses. I did the eye test at the eye doctor. Oh my gosh. I mean, my one eye is like 20 out of 50 and my other is 30 out of 50. I was like, what? I used to be able to read without glasses, one eye covered, just a year and a half, 2 years ago, down to line 8. I was up on line 3 and 4. Oh my Lord. It's terrible. So look at this. So, oh, it matches what I'm wearing. So with the full extender, it is at 15 inches. And this Lisner, one of the reasons I like Lisner, because they put so much of the thermoset, they're not chintzy at all. And this is just beautiful year-round colors. Just happens to match what I'm wearing. Starts at $38. It even matches these cut steer artisan earrings, because I would wear it like that. Yeah. Yep. Right. I know. So there you are. 38. Okay. Well, you can look up, why don't you look up Lisner and how much thermoset is actually on that one, and compare some prices. I will say this, I try to go by the average prices and bring it at a little lower when I can, but I'm also very aware that eBay has dropped the value of vintage and antiques dramatically. So I am not eBay, and I have overhead, and I have been mad and upset with eBay doing this for quite a while. So nice. So I'm selling it as a collector, is what I know. It's still below the value. They hold their value, and they go up. It slowly, but they go up. When I first started selling Lisner in like the 2000, 2002, a piece like that was, as a bargain for me to buy it at that time, was like 24. So it does climb slowly but surely. Nice. 10 likes. Okay. Someone else just come on. I got 8 people in here. So I will do my first giveaway. If you have purchased this week, you can play. Shipping is free. If you know you have a bag sitting there from last week that's going to be shipped out on Monday, you can play, and or anyone can play, but you have to pay shipping. I can't afford to do that for you. I used to be able to, but I can't anymore. And or if you think you're going to be buying, and the giveaway is for this. I know it's not St. Patrick's Day. I do not care. That is actually an original smiley face design. And it is on, it's acrylic. Does that say something? Does that say something under there? What? I mean, I don't even really care, but nope, it's just a screw. It's riveted, so it's not just glued on the pin back, it's riveted on. And it's a little bit less than an inch. So if you want to play, I just outlined the shipping policy, and I'm going to put a animal. Go. Animal. Drop it in the chat. I love this guy. I mean, smiley faces, it came out in the 70s, and there's, been many repops. This is an original 70s guy. He's so good. He's so good. Hi, Kathy. So you just have to, if nobody wants to play, you don't want to guess an animal. If nobody wants to play, that's okay, because I can sell him. Monkey. Hi, Barb. Nope. Not a monkey. Although I like that. Monkey, monkey, monkey. Monkey, monkey, monkey. I hope you're doing well, Barb. Monkey, monkey. Barb is the only one guessing. Uh-oh. Kathy says tiger. Tiger is good. Tiger is good. Oh, I love elefantes. Tiger was good. flaming flamingo lion. We got to get smaller, but we're in the family. We're in the family. Panther, lion, we're in the family, but we got to get little. We got to get little in that family over there of the panthers and the lions. Cat. Kathy. Cat. That's it. Oh, no. Yay. Winner, winner. Kathy. Congratulations. You won. And I will put it aside for you. I don't know. Congratulations. I know that I don't have any. Whoa, excuse me. Excuse me. Any current bags for you. So you'll just need to let me know what you want me to do. If you want me to go ahead and you're going to pay the shipping, and it would just go in a bubble mailer, but nonetheless, probably be about $6. So let me know if you want to do that, or if you want to like maybe hold it through next week. Can you let me know now? And then I can write on my paper what you would like me to do. And congratulations. I love that. Smiley faces. Kathy Wood. And Kathy, you're registered with me. You bought from me, right? Like a little while ago, but am I crazy? So just okay. So I will put wait. Yay. Okay. Fantastic. All right. Thank you all. So what is this? I'm going through a lot of items today. This is, oh yeah, I have not brought this yet. It's 18 karat gold plated heart necklace. So it's gold plated chain and a gold plated heart necklace. And it is going to start at, I don't know, $14. $14. It's in a very nice box. It's actually like in a Christmas box. So it's going to start at $14. Now, here's the box. So see what I mean? It's all glittery Christmas colors. So it's like ready to go package for Christmas. Diamond accent. So this is this very thin gold chain. It's on a great bail. I am going to, here's the 18 karat gold plated. This is the right box. Let me just double check. I hate showing things on there. So what I see, you always have to really pay attention with these things. Let me take it out of the box. I don't know. See, it's still in its chain. So what I want you to note is two things. There's this really beautiful little heart filigree here. And these pieces are just cut metal. They're not CZs. They're not rhinestones. It's the way the metal is cut to make it look like that. It's got a nice large bail. So it could potentially go on another necklace. And I'm going to presume with the amount of chain, I don't really want to open it up. There's the 18K plated. See it right down there? I just saw it. right there, here. I'm going to presume this is anywhere between a 16 to 18 inches chain. And the pendant is probably 2/3 of an inch. Nice fine chain. $14. And it's a Christmas gift ready to go. Be really nice and sweet for a younger person. It also would be nice for your mom, your best friend. $14. Boom, boom. Okay, going down. I'm going to move fast because I'm, one of the things I know that I do is take a little bit too much time with explaining items, and then I can't get through everything, and it's just a whole thing. So I'm going to go faster. So this is a keychain, perfect for the kids starting back to school. It's a teacher's gift. It's an apple. It's very heavy. It's not 925, so it's solid. It's probably some type of pewter, and it is going to be a buy it now for $9. A buy it now for $9. What is with my light? Together we make our schools a success. Together we make our schools a success. So this would be, it needs a little polishing, but it's not discolored. It's just been sitting in a bag. So it's never been used. I think this would be great for a parent to give a teacher, or if you work in a school, you're new there, you want to give it to whomsoever. I don't know. I'm just wiping that, and it's going away. It is solid, so it is heavy. Nice solid keychain. Buy it now, $9. And we'll measure it. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate it. I do. My experience on VAMP yesterday was not bad, but it was a lot more work. It's 1 2/3 long and 1.5 inches wide. Just the apple. And the back has nothing on it. This is seriously, Christmas is coming up. Teachers appreciation. It's a thing. It's a real thing. Our teachers work so hard for no money, and they're just squashed to the max. They have to buy their own school supplies out of their own pocket, and they make barely more than $20,000 a year here in California. I mean, it's just, they don't get health care. It's ridiculous. So, you got anyone, a grandchild, a teacher, you just want to, I don't know. Please be kind to our teachers. So there you go. And I would say this weighs about probably 4 ounces. But again, I don't think it's sterling. Yeah, our teachers deserve a lot more respect. So there you go. And I'm sorry. I know we're just at the end of August, but I don't know how we got to the end of August already. And we're going to be in Thanksgiving and Christmas like that. It's kind of freaking me out. Okay, let's do this, and then I'm going to do a pair of copper and then some earrings, and I'm going to switch around. Thank you, Heidi, for moving fast with me. Okay, this is a beautiful 1970s drip enamel piece. It is on brass instead of copper. which I'm not used to, but there you are. It is on a very nice chain, and I have to say that I think this, so Heidi, the price is going to be a starting bid of $20. I have to say that based on this chain, I think this is a gold filled chain. This is a much older chain. I can tell that based on the clasp. And the clasp is worn. The gold is worn off. So there's a hang tag missing here that would have said, 1/20 GF gold filled. I know from the wear. And then this is this beautiful rope chain. So, it's just gold filled. But I did not test it, but I'm pretty dang sure. And I have both of my necklace busts have items on it, but let's just move over. Yep, backwards. So I married them together, but it's the perfect marriage. This chain is going to be 16 inches, and then the pendant, I love everything about this drip that they used on pottery and that they did on enamel in the 1970s. It's kind of like that Matisse revival, only this was in the drip style. And this might be a little older than what I think because it's on brass. I don't know. And it's pounded. So it has a lot of dimension, and then it has the edging. Very much looks like fall colors, right? And let's see how long is the pendant. Heidi, thank you for doing such a great job. I appreciate it. This is beautiful. This is something I would wear all day. I just don't need to add to my collection. It is 2 1/4 inches long, and at its widest, 1 1/4 inches wide. And the chain, just to make sure I know what I'm talking about, the chain might be 18. So altogether 20 inches, about 20 inches. It's really, if you like this type of look, if you like the, unusual, the unique, not the everyday, this is a good one. No, you don't have to, honey. That's a lot, Heidi. I feel like you're doing so much already, and I think you're doing enough. Ooh, I have this crazy nerve pain that goes from here up like this, and I'm just praying it's not an additional thing happening with my back. Why is it so? It's so dark in here. It makes me keep looking like, is my light on? Oh, and I have it on backwards. Well, that's really helpful. So, well, actually, see, that looks like 16 inches plus 2 1/4. So, yeah, 16, 2 1/4. So, 18 1/4 inches. So, it's above everything. And I think this is very unisex. And the way that this is set up, I can't believe I put it on backwards. The way that this is set up, let me show you. Hold on. Again, I always like to tell you, yeah, I'm just, it's new. It's been going on for about 4 days. So I'm just hoping it goes away. So I want to show you on this piece. there is that jump ring. So you could take the chain off, use this beautiful gold-filled twisted, this is an older, like, I don't know, 1950s or earlier chain for something else. And you could put this hanging on a brooch pin, like a bar pin. If you have an old funky bar pin hanging around somewhere, you could put this on that jump ring and turn this into a bar pin brooch and use the chain for something else. So that's 2 things for $20. Yeah, it's really, I don't know where it came from. I mean, it's not like, what do I do except chew? It's not, so yeah, I don't know. Okay, so that was a starting of 20, y'all. I really, I can't do lower than that. Yeah, Botox. Heidi, Botox. I don't, Botox freaks me out. Wegovy, Ozempic, all these things. I'm just like, I like to be, it doesn't mean that I'm not going to do it or that I don't need it, but it just makes me feel nervous. I think Botox has probably been around long enough. I know it helps migraines and different things. We can probably let that pass. But there's some other stuff out there that's being touted as stuff, and I'm just like, I don't know about that. So, yeah. But believe me, I got to do something. If it doesn't go away on its own, I'm going to do something. Okay. So, is there anyone here who would like to see something in particular before I just keep rambling along? Sorry, I'm having a pecan. I do have a question. Is there anyone here? Oh my goodness. Oh, Heidi. My God, don't do that. Wow. Well, I mean, because there's all these nerves right here. So, yeah. Oh, I have a whole bag of different shells. Not these exact ones, but similar. And if someone, so what I was thinking, and I could still do this next year for summer. You remember in the 70s, people hung, and you still do it today for flies, depending on where you live, to stop bugs. You hang down in your doorway and then go through. Well, it was decorative, like the hippies and whatever made it cool and decorative, but it also serves a purpose of stopping bugs. So I have a ton of these, and if someone was interested in creating that, like this one, for instance, and the others are really long, but they're different. And if someone's really serious about buying, I have rings. I didn't bring them out today, though. But thank you, Heidi. If anyone's interested, I mean, I can get them. 7, 14, essentially 21 inches on one side. So that would be, if you undid it, 42 inches, which, oh Lord, I'm trying to do math, 3.5 feet. So it's not quite long enough, but I have enough that you could just snip this, take it apart, tie a knot, and have long single strands and make something like that. Or here's another idea. I just thought of this because I think about Tanya. She once did a short a long time ago where she took all the enamel floral brooches. I mean, she had so many. Clearly, it was their early days in COVID, from jewelry jars, I'm assuming. And she did a resin pour over this huge table that's just all brooches. So the other thing you could do is create a shell table with like a 1-inch resin pour. It's either outdoors as a picnic table, your dining table. You could put it over top of a coffee table, and pouring the resin in a mold is not a big deal as far as I understand it. And you could make a table full of shells. So if anyone is interested, please let me know, because I have a huge bag of these, and I'm not going to sell this individually, because I will just go ahead and put all the shells in a lot up on eBay. And they're not that expensive. So let me know. I was going to bring this today, and I still could. I will say the thing about it is that I have not tested it. So if someone's really interested, I'll run it. Thank you, Heidi. Too fragile for a big bracelet? No, they've been bumping around for I don't know how long in a bag with all kinds of things and have not broken. So the answer to that is I would say no. You could also make tons of bracelets. So this says, once again, we feed the children. Hold on. Where'd my thing go? I don't know why I ever put it away over here. God, I was so exhausted after figuring out virtual antique marketplace last night and having to upload all these photos and do all that stuff like as if I was selling on eBay. I went right up to bed. So this is $19.99. We feed the children. And it is one of those stick pins, and I do have the backs, so I can put that on there. It does not say gold anywhere. I have not cleaned the back 100%. But, and I do not know who it is that feeds the children. This purple stone in there, it could be glass, but I actually feel that it's more likely to be an amethyst, but I don't have my presidium. It's at the very least glass, and I just thought it was so cool. So if someone's interested in this, I'll run it without knowing if it's glass or amethyst. And but we feed the children, $19.99. Is that when the whole all the singers, all the famous singers, all sang, some in the same studio and many in other places, and it was a whole song about helping the world, feeding the children? How come Paul McCartney, everyone, how come I can't remember the name of that song? It was a huge deal, and it was all about raising money to feed children around the world. Was that 1999? I feel like it was. I don't know the background of this pen. It is a 1/2 inch in diameter. So if anyone's interested, let me know. And I do have the back for it. We are the one. We are something. We are the world. And it was all about raising money. Right? Was it about raising money for feeding kids? I literally don't remember. We are the world. We are da 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 da. Okay, I don't know. All right, I'm gonna do a couple pairs of these earrings, and then I'm gonna run through this box. Really inexpensive. And I did my first giveaway. That was good. That was good. And Kathy won. That was fun. So, Heidi, this is going to be choice for $4 earrings. And I'm going to hold up a bunch of them. And I have so many more. Fact of the matter is, I have so many earrings right now. I just unpacked tons. They're not here. They're over in a bowl for me to put together. I think I'm going to do, was in 1985. Okay, thank you. So yeah, then I don't know what this is, but I think it's awesome. I want to feed the children. So choice, $4 earrings, buy it now. And I think I'm going to just do a whole earring show where like every pair is $3 or $4, and we're just going to go boom, 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 boom for like, an hour and a half earrings. And these are spectacular. Neon orange. That on my end, it is not showing neon. It is showing like a peach. So I hope it's showing neon orange. Neon orange. It does have these gold wire tops, and maybe that's original and maybe it's replacement. Unsure. They are fantastic. Oval hoops. So that's one pair. They are, I love these things. They are about 1 inch in diameter. Yeah, earring sale would be fun. And they're all, the enamels, clip-on pierced, huge, bold 1980s, like these right here. These are 1960s, 1970s. This neon, they're 1 inch in diameter. That's why I'm kind of thinking that gold is a replacement that someone did so they could keep wearing them. And there you go. There's the orange. There's the orange. And I don't want to take too much time, but I'm always curious. Do they glow? They don't glow. I'm surprised. Okay. So that's one choice. Love these. Talk about 1980s earrings. There is a post. I need to bend it. Boom. Huge teardrop enameled. Gold tone. I have to clean the back a little bit more. And there's one part of the pierced that just needs to be bent down. I've been using jeweler's tools and making jewelry forever, so I'm not scared of it. This bumps out. This is raised up. Light blue, a little bit darker baby blue, and then that green on a green. Big old things, but they're very lightweight. They're very lightweight. And like I said, I still need to clean that. The majority of that is seriously just from being in a bag. And full disclosure right there, I just need to bend that with my little jeweler's tool from Germany. It's not a big deal. These are fabulous. Okay, that's choice number 2. So you just put in $4 if you're interested. Good. It does. Okay, good. And most of these I did clean, but for whatever reason, a couple of them got by me. I was cleaning stuff today. These are the little tiny gold clip-ons. These are probably 1/2 inch. Very lightweight. No name. 1960s, 1970s. Little hoops. Little hoops. Yeah, the 80s, you know, new wave, blondie, all that. Look at that. Perfect. So just got to put $4 in and then tell me which ones you want. Don't tell me I'm going to go through a whole sale and not sell anything. I mean, if it gets to be too long and too much of that, I'll need to stop the sale, because I can't. I love y'all, and I know how hard it is. It's the end of the month. You know, you can always ask me to hold your box, but if you ask me to hold your box because, you know, you don't get paid until whatever day it is, I will work with you. But that doesn't mean 3 weeks from now. That means, you know, I get paid at the end of next week or something like that. And then you pay me right away. So please take that into account, because I do a pretty good job of layaway. So I want to show you on these. There's that little bit of brown, and I just sat here with this cloth and cleaned that off. So again, that's my bad. I cleaned the insides and I cleaned the outside, but somehow I missed right there. And I'm not going to send them to you like that. You know, I'm not going to send them to you like that. So these are these wicked fun, you know, twisted white pierced enamel hoops. Yep, they go great with what I'm wearing. I'm sure they're about a 1/2 inch, because those are fun. Those are really fun. Those are really fun. Yeah, and I apologize. I did a quick soak beginning of the week or whatever on all these earrings and ran a paper towel, and, you know, I thought I had removed all the whatnots, but apparently I missed a little bit. So these are heavy, and they look like, see right there where they look like they should have a brand name, but they don't. And that's surprising because they're so well made. I love that. They're like infinity, a shell, a meditation path. They have 1, 2, 3, 4 spirals. Yeah, I don't know. They should be something like a Monet or a Trifari. And they are probably 2/3 of an inch. $4. Just put $4 in the chat and you can claim whichever one or ones you would like. And the ones that don't have earring backs, if you need an earring back, I will put it on until I run out of earring backs, because I have so many earrings. If I do an earring show, maybe next week, although these are not selling, I may run out. And, you know, earring backs are very inexpensive to buy. These are fun. I'm going to go with late 60s, early 70s. They're just little blue seed beads glued on to this kind of very harvest basket European looking style, you know, like the challah bread. I mean, that's just what it reminds me of. That's a little enamel. They do stand up. They are they're pierced. They're the round button style. I like them. Monet. Oh, but Pamela. And there's the inside. I like these. Pamela, they don't say Monet. So are you still okay with it? They don't say Monet. I just want to make sure you're good with that. And I'll get that in a minute. I just want to make sure they don't say Monet. Now, these are going in the $4, but I got to tell you, These are 1950s, like right after the war, or potentially prior to the war. Okay. Pamela, gotcha. I did not test these. I was going to test these to see if they were possibly Bakelite. I did not do that. They are totally Art Deco style. They have that little blip up right there. That's very familiar in older earrings. I'm not sure about these. I'll show you the back and let you know why I'm saying that. Yeah, I didn't test that. I could, but here. See, that's pot metal. Even though it has that little thing, that's pot metal. And that would be unusual for the 60s or 70s to be using pot metal like that. So I don't know. Then they are heavy also. I think they're great. Boom, boom. About an inch. And yeah, see, they're deco. They're like movie theater signs. So there you go. Those are the earrings. And Pamela wants the gold ones. I don't blame you. Nobody wants these. I also have the neon cherry ones from Tuesday. And I love the white. Those are so fun. Okay, Pamela wants the classic ones. And I also have these wooden clip-ons. Again, I don't know. These were made during the war, or they're like this oval dip that's painted wood clip-ons, red and white pair. It just turned pink. My camera likes to do what it wants. These are great, and these are very lightweight. Yep, Pamela gets those. As long as I'm showing the $4 earrings, I'm just showing the $4 earrings. And we can make these $4. The neon pink clip-ons. These enamel. These are fantastic. And I have pierced ears, but I can wear clip-ons. So, okay, all of these earrings, Pamela gets those. All of these earrings are going to go in this basket. And I got one person interested. I don't know if doing a whole jewelry sale will be worth my time. So we'll see. Okay, sold to Pamela gold swirl earrings. $4. Thank you, Pamela. And Pamela, do you need backs? I think you have a bag, Pamela. That's Barb. Pamela, don't you have a bag? Yes, hold on. Isn't this? No, that's Kat. She needs earring backs. That you don't have a bag. Okay. TY, no, you don't need. Okay, and Pamela, you don't have a bag, so we're starting a bag. And I bill out every week now. So if you happen to have, I am still pink. Knock it off, camera. I'll look. If you happen to have a bag over there that needs to go out, I can add the $4 to it to save you on shipping. Okay. What was I going to do? Something. I just lost people. Who came on? They got bored with my earrings. They're like, what is that lady doing? I'm out of here. I don't want that crap. Okay. I find this fascinating. There is no maker. I'm quite sure they're from the 70s. There was a whole bunch in this lot. But all of them but this one that I found so far were broken. So this is a buy it now of $6, and it is a stretch mesh bracelet. Buy it now of $6, stretch mesh, MESH bracelet. Oh, the white earrings. You wonder about the shipping? Well, Heidi, the shipping for those 4 items was essentially $39. So what? Ooh, and I can't foot that, all of that. But if you wanted to start building a box with items that didn't weigh too much over a period of time, and I would pay half the shipping, and have the paperwork done correctly, we could do that if you would like. So I would pay half the shipping, and you can find some bargains, and we can just build up a box over a period of, I don't know, a couple months. So this is silver tone, and it's like the chokers. Yeah, I would pay half the shipping, and I can't pay the whole thing. And see that? This is in great condition, and it's just like those, they're not herringbone, but the flat collars. They're meant to match that. So yeah, let me know if you want the white earrings and you want me to start building a box. See, there's a right there. That's where the kind of like a slinky, where they're holding together the wire. Fits easily on me, and is even a little loose on my 7.25. Goes over my square hand, no problem. So it would go down to a 6.75, but I wouldn't take it above a 7.25 unless you want. It could go to a 7.5, but then you would want it snug. And maybe you do, but I wouldn't want to stretch out the wire. That is just where it ends, where it's all connected. There's no discoloration, nothing. I think it's fun. Okay. All right. Well, hold on. Okay. So this was a buy it now mesh, $6, 1970s, 1980s, silver tone. Okay. So Heidi. Yeah. See, I'm really going to have to figure out what this is. Heidi. The white pair. Okay. Wait a minute. Yeah. See, I just got like nerve pain shooting over to here. How unusual. I don't know what's happening. I really hope this isn't. I had atypical trigeminal neuralgia pain over here on this side in my 20s. God have mercy on me. Okay. So the white ones and the big wooden ones. Yeah. Yeah, I had atypical. I was a guinea pig at UCSF research hospital here for that. So the white pair. What's the big wooden ones, Heidi? What am I missing? Oh, okay. So Heidi wants the. So you want the ribbed, and I need to clean them. White pierced earrings, and then the big wooden ones, the round ones. Yeah. Did you want the red or the white, sweetheart? I noticed that choker that I sent to you, the beaded one. You have a tiny neck. Did you want the red ones or the white ones, Heidi? In the wooden ones. Yeah, the fun stuff, right? Which ones, honey? The red or white? Or both? These are so fun, and I think they were handmade. That is a little bit of paint loss right there on the back on the red ones. Is it? Or is it dirt? It's hard to tell sometimes. I got to tell you. Because I didn't want to soak the wooden ones. The funny thing is, it doesn't look like paint loss as much as I don't think it's paint loss. Now I think it's something on there. The white, not red. Okay, so these are still available for $4 before they go into a jar. Okay, got it, Heidi. Thank you. What a good idea, Heidi. And so then, you know what I'll do is I'll move this over to a separate ledger where we're building Heidi's special moderator box. Yeah, and then I will be more than happy to pay half the shipping and to, do the same thing with the tariffs so that it's not outrageous for you. So these ones are fine. And these ones just need a little bit of, where's a better bag? A little bit of more wiping. And let me put Heidi's name. Heidi gets a name. Heidi gets a bag. Yay. Heidi gets a bag. That's fantastic, Heidi. Heidi's in Belgium, for anyone who doesn't know. Heidi is in Belgium, and it is currently the middle of the night. Well, I don't know, what is it? What time is it, Heidi? Midnight? 1? 2? Buckle your shoe. It's late. I know that. Good. So these will all go over here. I only sleep for 2.5 to 3 hours at a time because of my back and then my upper body pain. So for 30 years it's tossing and turning up down. And I listen to podcasts and usually knocks me out within about 15 minutes, but sometimes I'm up for like almost 2 hours early in the morning listening to the whole podcast of whatever it is. And I'm just like, oh my God, I just want to go to bed. Okay. Heidi, congratulations. Oh, I didn't put that. Wait a minute. Sold. Okay, if I could spell. Sold to Heidi. White ribbed and white wooden earrings. $4 each times 2. Yay. Yeah, I used to be able to sleep for 4 hours. Not anymore. And I have to take, pain medicine round the clock. And I eat CBD gummies to help me sleep at night. And that's amazing. Without having the cannabis CBD available to me, it was getting really bad. And so thank God for that. Heidi, yippee. And see, I still didn't spell right. Heidi, this is a Whiting and Davis glass cameo necklace. And it is going to start at $63. Whiting and Davis, my understanding is they only made jewelry late 60s into like the 70s, and that was it. The rest of the time, yeah, I know what you mean, Heidi. The rest of the time, they were famous for their mesh bags. So Whiting and Davis jewelry, and a piece like this Whiting and Davis jewelry is worth a lot. So starts at 63. There's the Whiting and Davis tag. Like I said, 60s, late 60s, 70s. It is gold tone. It is a nice, big, twisted chain. It is going to be 16 inches as well. And then here's the bottom. Look at this beautiful lady. And she is right facing. She is right facing. Because on the camera, she looks like she's left facing, but she is not. She is carved and raised. And then she has what I like to call royal prongs. These prongs, they're not finger prongs. They're not regular prongs. They're like fancy prongs. And then kind of like that fleur-de-lis with the circle links. This type of classic 70s bail. But this is solidly on there, so you could swap it out in whatever way you might want. Here is the back. It is a large piece of glass. See that? Millie. Well, it's WH, like the color white. And DIVIS. DIVIS. But, I think we all know what you're doing. 1981. Oh, there you go. Okay. Millie. Yeah. Oh, yeah, with the mesh bags. Absolutely. Isn't she a beauty, Millie? Millie. Hi, you. We were talking about you. Your ears must have been ringing. You're so tired. I know you are. Millie, I know you are. I know you're so tired, Millie. Honey, please get someone to come in and help you just clean the house. Not even that. Just vacuum, wash, put things in the dishwasher, unload the dishwasher. Yeah, Heidi brought you up. Honey, please. I know you can afford it, and you're such a good wife, and you and your husband are clearly so in love, and you don't want people in your house. My dad was so pissed at having to have, and my mom too, strangers running all around their house. Oh my Lord. They hated it. But the reality was, with the stuff that was going on, they could not do it themselves. They needed a little help. Melly. I get it. I totally understand. I don't, I had to have someone come in here and help me with my antique mall, vintage display stuff on this huge shelf. I mean, literally, my house is like a vintage antique mall. And while the lady was adorable, it was so weird having someone in my house and paying money. I mean, I had to pay a lot of money that I don't necessarily have, but I could not do it myself. So I just did it. And I tell you what, it's fabulous that it's done. Yep. I only wish that, the economy was better and I could sell more and get more help. So it's the Cameo. If you go from the jump ring, it's like 1.75 inches. But if you just go with the straight Cameo without the bezel jump ring on the top, it's 1.5 inches. And the glass is a little over 1/4 inch tall. And I am going to see if the glass glows. Your ex-husband saw your bathroom and stated, wow, what a jewelry shop. Wow, a jewelry shop. I totally understand. You should see. I just want to see if it glows. And it doesn't. I didn't think that the glass would glow, but it's worth looking at. No, purple. So yeah, 63 Whiting and Davis. This is a really beautiful Cameo. Look it up, y'all. It's got the hang tag. And Melly, I'm just happy to have you here. You can just kick back, relax, be quiet, and just, be here. Fall asleep to my voice. I get it. I get it, Heidi. Your therapy. Yeah. Whatever it takes. Look, I've got a whole top shelf filled with nursery planters that you gave as gifts when people had babies in the 50s and 60s. Oh, yes, I do. I have a giant shelf with so many household kitsch things. Then I have all this inventory. Then I have, it goes on and on and on. How much? Because that's what I like. That's what I want in my house. So there you go. Oh, okay. Let's do this. I have this ring. Heidi, this is an old adjustable costume jewelry ring. It's definitely a pot metal. It is acrylic. Yep. And it is going to be a buy it now for $8. Even though it's acrylic, look how they made it so it looks like a higher end glass. And it stands up huge. I don't know. It's got all these details. It's old. It almost looks like Tibetan or Indian or I don't know, but it's fabulous. A saddle, but then these don't make sense. Let me see the front. At the top. Nope, that's just wire wrapped. And then it's even got like imitating as if those are solder drops, Navajo pearls. I know my every time I move, my thing doesn't like it. It's a little tarnished. It is pot metal. Let me show you the back. It's adjustable. Look at that. Someone wore this. There goes my camera doing that. I don't know if that's discoloration or if it's can be polished out. Where'd my rag go? $8. Yeah, my home should reflect me, right? Exactly. And so people come in here and they're like, ah, then it's like, well, it's not for you. It's for me. And I've always been very eclectic. And I've always, and my partner too, eclectic and into thrift stores and vintage. And, so there you go. I'm just seeing, I know it's not sterling. There's no way with acrylic and all that. I'm just seeing how much polish is off. It's really interesting. I did this once already. I'm just doing it again while live, just to see what's going on, how much comes off or doesn't come off. One little squeegee in here. And this cloth is pretty worn out. I have my better cloth. It's just behind the computer. Yeah. Okay. So I just did some spit shining, and quite a bit came off of the patina, came off along the ring band, inside the ring band, but down at the bottom right there, not really. Yeah. This is really cool. And it's heavy. I mean, I would wager this, maybe this is from another country costume jewelry ring. And I'm going with like the 30s. And I mean that. It is just so different. Either that or it's older and it's trying to mimic Native American. I don't know. Would pot metal be 10? Yes. Google doesn't want to translate it. Yeah. So, like during the war, Heidi, right? Some type of a tin and other mixed alloys that, because all the metal needed to go to the war, World War II, right? First it was World War I, and I don't think it was quite as bad then, but by World War II, all the countries that were helping and being attacked, we didn't have metal, and we had to turn everything in. I mean, I wasn't even alive then, but my parents and their parents. So currently the adjust is at 8, but it could adjust all the way back to probably a 6.5, but it cannot go bigger than an 8. And it's just honking. If nothing else, this is like a really interesting conversation piece. And Melly is so tired and her arm is probably killing her, or I would ask Melly her opinion on this. I mean, it's just, it's obviously got foil under there to make that shine happen. And then it's weird because it reminds me of a saddle, but then I don't know. So this is a piece that maybe it just is going to go in my collection just to have it. Yeah, it's serious. Like, this is a big, 1980s, 90s acrylic black rose, not adjustable costume jewelry. And it's not that heavy, but that thing, yeah, an old costume ring. Yep. But do you think it's so heavy, it feels older than the 50s or 60s. I don't know, Millie. I don't know. I just have never, it's just so heavy. Okay, listen. We're going to do this, and then I'm going to run through some of that stuff real quick. I don't know who the maker is on this. So, but I'm going to do a starting bid. Snake chain, metal and glass bead bracelet. Starting bid of $14. Please and thank you. No, think about how they make those big roll of stainless steel and just weird alloy rings. Yeah. It's just the color of it. And yeah, I don't get that. It's like anything special. Right. Yeah. Well, I hear what you're saying. Oh, I don't think it's special, like worth hundreds of dollars or something, Millie. Absolutely not. But I remember buying, costume jewelry rings and bubblegum jewelry rings and all that. Because I was a kid in the 60s. And they were never this heavy duty. So that's where I'm thrown off. It's just how much it weighs. It's just like, what? And what are the weird designs? And I don't know. So yeah, I just think it's interesting. So starting at 14, I do not know the maker. It's not Pandora. I mean, at least I don't think it is. It's got this fabulous heart clasp. It's not 925. At least, I didn't test it. Y'all. I didn't test it. It's got the heart on both sides. And then snake chain. With these, and what I want to nope, okay, that was from me sitting in a chair. And then these, and then here's a snake chain. These are just silver spacers like Pandora. This is enamel with this raised design. These are these collecta beads when Pandora, So I don't know who. There was a one that was vaguely similar, Lavish, but I don't know. Then you've got this rhinestone link with this faux pearl. Then here is a really nice glass bead. So if nothing else, parted out. Here's one with the faux pearls. Kind of a spacer. This is the bottom piece. And this is beautiful. This is florals with rhinestones, a drop faux pearl. Oh, and of course it's backwards because I always do that. With a rhinestone drop. And then this, it's just beautiful. It black enamel. Then you've got another one of these faux pearl teeny tiny spacers. Then you've got this, this is glass with the flower over top black. Definitely hand done because you can see it's not even. Then you've got another one of these rhinestones with the pearls. Then you've got this. I'm saying that's enamel, but the black is glass. Yeah, it's enamel. I just think it's really interesting. And then another spacer. I don't know anything about this brand. Oh yeah, 14. Woo, not 40. But I guarantee you, like the whole Pandora bead craze and whoever in the heck this knockoff copy is, people went and collected these beads and put them on. I don't know if this one, maybe you did it at the store. This one, would these come off over there? This one might have been preset. Anyway, these are expensive. I mean, this was probably $45 or $50 in a store easily. I never got into that whole thing. I don't know. That's just not my jam. I'm more of a kitsch. I don't know. It's not my jam. But it is a lot of people's jam, and Pandora was too expensive, so there was a lot of knockoffs. So it would just fit me at a 7.25, but with no wiggle room. So a 7 to a 6.5. And if it's a 6.5, it's going to go down to like where these plastic acrylic spacers are. And I think it's great. I think it would make a wonderful Christmas gift, again, for a friend, for a child, a teenager. And this is the best. All those little rhinestones, there's several right there. And it's glass. Yeah, everything about it is great. It's just not my style, but $14. Take a screenshot, look it up with the heart locket, and see what you see, because the prices that I saw were minimum $35 up to $80 online for very similar looking ones with this heart clasp. So $14 is a bargain. Okay, so I do have this whole basket under there. I've never finished going through. It's amazing what I get myself into. Oh my God. How about I'm going to show this, and then I'm going to, sorry, my leg hurts. I'm going to run through these boxes that are going to be on super cheap. So this is, I'm going to call this Mystic Topaz and Sterling Silver Bracelet. And it's going to start at $54. $54. Mystic Topaz, Sterling Silver Bracelet. I'm sure what they mean for this to be is little flowers, but it reminds me of Atomic. Look. Do you see what I mean by that? I know it's supposed to be a little dainty flowers. And so there's the buildup. So Mystic Topaz, I'm saying that it's more like, I'm sorry, not topaz, amethyst. Mystic Amethyst. I can't believe that. Righty. It's Mystic Amethyst in 925 sterling silver. Starts at $53. So this was treated like Mystic Topaz, which I had to give it the extra, almost, it's kind of like AB or something, coating, if you will. Here's the back side. See what I mean? It's not AB. It's, so they're real, and then they're treated in the lab with something to give it that extra sparkle. And this is just so pretty. Prong set. You know what I need? I need a hand. I need a long prongs. I don't want a measuring cone. I want a hand that I can hold up and put the bracelet on the hand and then just turn it to show you all, similar to a necklace bust. And I do have a lot of things on order from Amazon. I mean, I haven't put the order through yet, so I need to make that happen. Look how beautiful that is. Talk about your Christmas gift. And it's big on me. I'm a 7.25. This would fit a 7.5. And you could go down to a 7. It is large, which is, harder to find. I would not take it down to smaller than 7. I don't think it would look right. It's really pretty. Melly, you gonna go back to bed? Okay. Okay, Melly. Honey, I love you too. Let's try to talk this weekend, okay? Let's try to talk this weekend. I know you're exhausted, sweetie. This is just so, listen, this is real and then treated, and this is becoming very common. And this would be in a store, 175. So 175, I'm starting it at 53. That's, less than a third of the price. Please do note, if you wanted to go at Christmas and buy this, or go online, or Zales, or just any of these places, because it's not vintage, it's new, you're going to be paying a pretty penny. Well, Heidi, I actually set up my ring. Thank you for looking, everyone. I actually set up my ring camera that has a holder for my cell phone to be a down camera for VAMP, Virtual Antique Marketplace, that I'm starting to sell on. And that would be good enough. And it works. I have, old jewelry boxes, and I have a tray, and I'm, want to order all the wooden displays and blah, blah, blah. So I can use that as a down camera. I have the other down camera, but it's a pain in the butt. And I'm pretty sure, even though I cannot do mornings, that I'm going to sign up this weekend for one day at a local flea market that benefits our senior center, and just take all this kitsch and 100-year-old, part of a child's tea party set, blue cobalt glass, stuff like that, to the flea market. And that will include like that camera and some other stuff. And, yeah. So I won't be buying VAMP. You can't. Yeah. So that's the answer. It's complicated. That's complicated. And every time I look at Amazon for an external down camera, it just doesn't make sense to me. And my mind starts going blah, and I can't. Okay. So I've only got 4 people here. And I've only sold 3 items. Oh, yeah. That would be fun, Heidi. What to do? What to do? I have so many items, and I'm having pain here. I want to run these items, but I just got 7 people. Okay. Heidi, I'm going to do a choice and see if people stay in here, because then I'm going to I want to run through, have the really good stuff over here. Then I have this stuff that I want to sell for very inexpensive, but I need people to be in here or it's not worth my time to run it. So let's see what happens. Sorry, I need some protein. So, Heidi, this is going to be a choice of glass pendant necklaces. Starting bid of $14. Please and thank you. Please and thank you. Ooh, I haven't put my jot form in for a while. Here's my jot form, just in case. anyone wants to, purchase and needs to register. And of course, it'd be awesome to give a thumbs up and say hi, lurkers. Say hi. So, Heidi, I'm assuming you got that price. I think you did. So these are really cool. This one, of course, I put on backwards. This happens all the time. I'm a backwards kind of gal. Just gonna have to roll with it. So now that is backwards. Hold on. I swear I'll get it right. There you go. One is red glass and one is green glass. That one is the green glass. It is gold tone. It is not gold, but I will tell you a little bit more about that in a second. This is the red glass, and I have got to get one more ring light. That's what I need. I remember I moved into this space right in the middle of winter last year, and it just doesn't have quite enough light. Drives me nuts. Now, so what I want to tell you about this is the tags. They're Avon. They're Avon. So 1970s, most likely. Avon is big coming back. And Avon worked with a lot of very high-end jewelry people, just like, back in the 50s, 60s, right? Juliana de Lisner, right? Juliana was a line of theirs, but they worked with all these other jewelry makers. And that's exactly what Avon did. And Avon has been overlooked and dismissed for a long time now, but it is coming back. It's very popular with the young crowd, which actually my daughter told me I should start selling on Depop because jewelry jars are like all the thing. And I have all the huge, chunky gold necklaces. And this is what they want right now. And the designer, okay, no problem, Heidi. So in the way these necklaces work, here's the jump ring closure, and then they have this, so you could go over to here, or this one, so you could go over to here. So you can make it pretty. You can make it collar length or where it's at, which is 16. And what I want to tell you that I found out about Avon jewelry, because I've been starting to get a lot of it, is that a lot of it, if not all of it, is 18 karat gold dipped or plated, which does not increase the value tremendously. But what it does do is make it so that it really pops and it really shines because it has 18 karat gold. See that? Over it. So like good Lord, I have a bracelet like this right here. I seriously only learned this by getting into the research of it. This Avon charm bracelet that I have, with the doll and the bear and the rocking horse and all that, these are 18 karat gold dipped, plated. And so they give you the gold look because there is gold over top of it. But it's not enough to, like, you can't melt it. There's no melt value or any of that. But in the same with the chains. But it makes them extra pretty. And it also makes it so that unless you tell someone, no one really knows. And these are beautiful, big, even though they're sealed in the back. Look how high it stands up. In this one, you can see the depth. See the depth in there? And it is glass. There's no way. I mean, I did not check, but there's no way that Avon, has an emerald and then like a ruby over here. Okay. I'm not buying that. Oh, my camera. Every time I move away from it, it takes its time refocusing. And sorry about my nails. I trimmed them. I prepared them. But then instead of painting them for today's sale, I got into sorting through this bag. There, you can see the depth in there. That's what I'm trying to get to. I got into sorting a filthy, dirty, like giant, 10-pound bag of jewelry. So there was no time to do my nails. This does have depth. Maybe if I shine a flashlight on it. That doesn't help. Well, a little bit. Ooh, look at that. Wait a minute. Did it turn green? It did. Wow, let's see if the other glass does. So this has cadmium in it. Look at that. There's the red glass. It turns green. It has cadmium in the glass. That also is a sign of actual garnet, but I'm not buying that this is garnet. Wow. So let's see if the other one does the same thing. That always fascinates me. Yeah. And it's green glass, though. That's very interesting. I didn't even know green did that. Okay. So, $14, 16-inch chain or less. Your choice. 14. Again, package toppers, gifts for your younger ones. Gift for yourself. Yep. And look up Avon. Look at all the designers they worked with. They did not, some of their stuff was just outright whatever, and a lot of kitsch. I have a lot of like perfume bottles and stuff, total kitsch. I think this is gorgeous. And this is without any of the extenders because you can make it as short as that being used. Avon made a lot of really high-end stuff that is still, these were made in the 70s. I'm going to move on from this. I just want you to have a little lesson here. These were made in the 70s, and it looks brand new. And it was thrown in a bag with all this other jewelry, and still it maintains its gold look because it was dipped, because it was made well. So, that is, 40, 50 years. And so don't dismiss Avon out of hand. 14. That's 2 Christmas presents off your list right there. Oh. Your dog is in is that like dementia, Heidi? Or something else? What does that mean? Ziv. Demolition mode. So if anyone was interested in this size 6 Avon charm bracelet, Dolly, ice skates, rocking horse, and bear, it would be $15, size 6. It's a nice one. All the charms say Avon. Or at least I believe they do. The other ones do. That would be weird. Not necessarily weird, but I know they're Avon charms. Oh, they say it on their backs. Okay. So, oh, he's naughty. So he's in demolition mode. Got it. He's tearing things up. So, and again, it says Avon, size 6, 5 charms, $15. This is size 6 is a nice small size. And the charms are heavy. And see, you can see that gold shine. Really well made. Very heavy. Very nice. I probably, I'm not going to get any response here. I'll take it over to Depop. Yeah. Or even Avon. Okay. So do I have enough people? Are people interested in me going through costume to sell very low prices? I mean, I've been on two hours and 20 minutes. And $12. That's not anywhere minimum wage except maybe China. And that would be a whole day's wages. Oh, yeah. Well, we're definitely having storm weather here. So I'd like to hear from someone in the Lurkers Lounge. Are you interested in purchasing? Is there something in particular you're looking for? So I think at this point, instead of, unless someone asks me to, I'm not going to go through the higher end pieces I brought. I'll show this last piece. And then I'm just going to slam through this box of costume I have over here. And if it doesn't sell and if I don't get an email after the show, it's going to go in a jewelry jar. So Heidi, this old tie tack, I don't know how old, but I mean, at this moment, I'll just say 1950s. And I actually think this one was for a woman. Is going to be a starting bid of $14. The reason why I think it was for a woman is because A, I think it's older. And B, it's so tiny. I wish it had a maker's name. And because I just sorted it, I did not look it up. Let's give this a minute to get itself together. So this is blue glass, satin blue. And these rhinestones are a higher quality. I'm assuming they're rhinestones. But they are, if we could get it right, I'm ordering another ring light tonight. There are like how Swarovski crystals are, where there's, see right there on the bottom, where you see all the lines coming through and the reflection. That's like a Swarovski. And then do you see the filigree design work? It's not quite filigree, but that's what right there. That's what I'm coming up with at this moment. And that is raised. I'm pretty sure these are rhinestones, but I did not test it on a Presidium. I don't have one. And I wouldn't know how to tell the difference. And see how small it is? It's not a repop. And it's so well made. I think with it being that tiny, in my mind, I see this as really old. And something that would have been worn, at the turn of the century by a woman on the top of her dress, maybe, or on her tie. Women, like if you've ever watched The Gilded Age, women wore those narrow ties. And this would have been, and they didn't, necessarily even wear earrings. It all depended on where you were going. So I see this as a woman's main decoration for the day. And that's just what I see. And it could easily be a repop from that time. But that's the vibe. And it's very strong. Very strong. And it's not marked anywhere. But I should test it because it's got a lot going on. It's got a lot going on. So I think I'll put this one aside too, just to test. And then I'll put it in my bowl since no one is interested. I'll put it in my bowl for when I get a Presidium. So it won't be back for a while unless someone emails me. It's going to go in there. So Heidi, how many thumbs up do I have? Please and thank you. I'm so glad that we're getting a long-term bag started for you. And, I can pay half or a little bit more of the shipping and, and you can get some few items. I think that's great. How many thumbs up? Because then I'm going to go through the for sale. Okay. Stuff real quick. The, not for sale, the low price costume. It's just all miscellaneous. Miscellaneous. It is what it is. It's going to be fast and inexpensive. I just want to see if we have enough, don't leave, to do a giveaway. 17 likes? Not quite. Maybe we'll get there. I need 20. Okay. So, Heidi. We're going to go fast. And we're just going to put in the price. And it's going to be buy it nows. So, this is a buy it now of $4. And that's all you need to put BIN, $4. It is a loomed, hand-beaded bracelet. Barrel clasp. Fits me at a 7.25. Would fit down to a size 7. Lovely present for a child or for yourself. Buy it now. None of this is coming back ever again. So it's all going to go in a jewelry jar. Okay, this is a buy it now of, you can just leave that price up, $4. This is a kind of more modern, but probably 90s, early 2000s stretch bracelet, black and white, silver spacers, in brushed enamel, silver tone, $4. Now I will say that the stretch is just starting to get old. So it's easy to buy this stretch stuff in any Hobby Lobby, Michael's, Amazon, whatever, and you just string it through and make a knot. Easy peasy. Pamela, boom. There you go, Pamela. Come in and get the deals before they go away. Bracelet, enamel, stretch. Pamela, how are you? Anyway, I may have asked you that and you may have said, I don't know. You know, part of doing this is constant talking. Constant talking. So sometimes I forget what I said and what I didn't say. Okay, this is a buy it now of 6. Yeah, where is? Oh, good, Pamela. I'm glad. I like it when I hear that people are doing well because so many of us are not doing well. And all the time I'm, lighting another candle. I don't know where she is. So this is a buy it now of 5. This is just a really fun open weave gold silver tone metal, and it is magnetic closure. It's a nice little bracelet. Again, I'm assuming 2000s. Oh, 6? I think I meant 5. So this is 5. I don't know. Maybe I said 6, but I meant 5. And I think it's, if you don't know that it's not sterling, it's right next to a sterling silver charm bracelet. So, and obviously you would want to put this here. And 7.25 down to, 6.75. Buy it now 5. Okay, another buy it now for 5, Heidi, is this really pretty blue stretch. This one, the stretch is doing much better, and it's blue rhinestones, light purples, dark purples. Ooh-wee, did I just see one missing? Hold on. Yes or no? That's, hold on. Yes. Okay. So there is, where to go? Now I can't find it. Okay. This is a price drop to $3. This one blue stone, or purple, that's actually purple, is missing. In the scheme of things, if you're going to wear it and there's so much going on here, you're not going to notice. People are not going to notice. $3. I'm not going to repair that. It'll just go right into a jewelry jar for $3. It's not worth it. It's really, really pretty. And I know that it fits me. So again, 7.25 to a 6.75, but the stretch, $3, Pamela. The stretch is going to need to be fixed again, unless you're going to turn around and sell it, which you could. Well, and even, you know what? You could fix the, stretch and then bump it up. Thank you, Pamela. Bump it up to, $15. Thank you. Okay. Let me see if I could. This could be 3. Thank you. This could be 3 as well, so we don't have to change the price. This is, I see if you could find a way to put jump ring charms on here. It's just a gold tone, thick woven bracelet, lobster claw. More modern. I don't know. $3. $3. I was in a bag that can go over here. Look, I only have 2 people. Everyone was like, I don't care about that jewelry. Well, you're missing some really good bargains. Maybe they'll see it on the replay. Okay, this is and it's not all stretched. This is just one box. This is a buy it now for $4. This is a wooden, wow, I forgot the name. I feel like I want to say it starts with a T, not terrarium, but something like that. Tetris, I don't know. These are maybe some type of agate. I am not entirely sure. It's a stretch bracelet, but I think it's beautiful. And then it has the gold tone spacers there. And it does have a little bit of coloration. Same sizing. Anywhere from a 7.25 down to a 6.75. And this is really pretty. Yeah. Okay. And where are we at? Buy it now 4. Oof, that would really hurt. I'll do this one for 4. This is acrylic, but it does look like it's made to look like faux turquoise. It's a stretch bracelet. And then it's got the carved brown acrylic with the silver spacers. I don't know. And then see here how this is a lighter brown. It's meant to look like some stone. I'm just not sure what the brown stone would be. Tiger's eye? Oh, maybe tiger's eye. That's what it's supposed to be mimicking. Tiger's eye. And the stretch on this one is still really good. So, there you go. Buy it now for 4. And I would go with a 6.75. Okay, this one is going to be a buy it now for $8, please, Heidi. This is a very heavy duty brass and like a lime yellow acrylic stretch bracelet. I really like this one. It appeals to me because it's unique and it's different. Let me show you the inside. See that? This is heavy duty. This is an older piece. This is, in looking at the back and how much metal there is and how heavy duty it is, and stretch bracelets were made, way before the 80s and all that. This reminds me, it's like probably 1960s, 1970s. It's heavy. It's really nice. I wish I had the matching necklace to this. And similar sizing. Similar sizing. Let's put it on. And yet, even though it's that old. So when you do a stretch, as much as possible, kind of roll it on. Look at that. It sparkles like crazy. That's another, that lets me know it's older because they went to all the trouble to make it look like real jade. It's a nice piece. Nice piece. $8. Cannot and will not lower this piece any more than that. Okay. And actually, that one's going to go to sell, not on eBay, but in a Georgia, but another place. Okay. This, thank you, Heidi. This is going to be a buy it now of 8. You have your carved. Really, it does have like a, I don't know if it's actual mother of pearl or acrylic. Then you have your silver tone seashell, or it's a clamshell or oyster. And then these glass beads. No idea if those are, you see the bubbles in them? If those are Murano or Chinese. This one has the flower painted on it. It's actually painted inside. The flower is inside. Big old green heart with silver foil. And what is that? Oh, that's a fishy. That's a fishy. And then this one. This one. That's a ceramic. Here's a turtle. So this is total beach vibes, y'all. Total beach vibes. I know someone who would love this. Ooh, look at that. That's like a yummy piece of swirled candy or something. Oh, and the lines are on top. Yeah, no idea if this is Chinese or Murano, but it's really good. I'll tell you that. Yeah. Mermaid core. I actually know someone who would really like this. So I'm going to reach out to them and see if they want to purchase it for a friend. I'll leave it over here. Okay. So that's it for the bracelets. And I don't have enough viewers in here. I'm going to show this just in case someone wants to buy it because I'm getting rid of all of this. It's not ever coming back. Like sometimes I say that and then I do bring things back. That's not going to happen this time at all. I'm really starting to clear out inventory because I have so much new and the economy is for shit. I mean, that's what I have to say. It is for shit. And I'm not making any money. So diversification. I can't keep doing this. Okay, Heidi. Yeah, I'm going to reach out to Dandy and see what she thinks. So this piece is going to be buy it now at, ooh, this is so good. A buy it now. This is hard. Of 18. There's the lobster claw. And this is Mediterranean or Baltic mother of pearl, black tipped oyster because it's so dark. It is a collar necklace. It is beautiful. It is beautiful. Let me put it on and show you. Buy it now, 18. And all these things, you can have them upright if you want. But it's just once you put it on, then they all lay flat. I don't have a neck that can wear stuff like this. It's so you want to have a slender neck, and then you want to show your skin, and you would not want long earrings, because this is the statement with a dress. Yeah, beautiful. This is an incredible price. And I only have two people, you and who? I don't know. Pamela, maybe? Yeah, $18. This, you couldn't buy. Someone hand carved all these pieces. And there's got to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. There's over 100 pieces here, all hand carved. So you could not buy these and someone worked them for that price, period. So, I mean, I can sell this on eBay for a lot more than 18. And that's exactly where it's going. eBay. Unless someone pops up and says something, because I'm just not doing this anymore. Okay. This is, the satin cord that it's on. Who cares, right? This is a buy it now for $5. This is a crystal. Someone made this wire. It is a quartz crystal and a small piece of, whoops, sorry, camera, stop that, abalone. And I would put it on an actual chain. See all the root tiles, the growth in there? It's a very nice piece. This could even be on your mirror in your car. Buy it now, $5. Yeah, I've been making jewelry jars. Better to take a loss and get it out there than to, carry on with this. I can't do it. I can't keep taking. Oh, I forgot. There is a bracelet, but this is. There was one more bracelet and one more stretch bracelet. Ugh. These are glass pearls with what I believe to be, it's either black onyx or, I forgot the other black stone, at any rate, and possibly sterling silver caps. I do not know. Stretch bracelet. It is a buy it now for $12. And I would go with that. This is a size 6.25. It's heavy. These are not, these are glass pearls, but these are solid, some type of actual beads. This is really pretty. And it's, again, worth more than that. So there you go. Thank you for looking. Too bad I don't have enough people. If I had enough people, I might actually get some sales and I might actually be able to do another giveaway. But what are you going to do? Oh, Heidi. Hold on. I can. Heidi's like, it's disappearing. I'm like, it is. Okay. Heidi, $5. And do you want me to just leave that cord or do you want the cord? Heidi. Oopsie. Now I can't spell. Yes. That's exactly what I was thinking. Hold on. Because why add the weight for just some funky cord? So I'll leave it right here so I remember to take it off. Okay. Yeah, it's a really nice handmade piece. Someone fabricated that by hand, and that was not easy. Okay, so these glass pearls right here, these are beautiful and old, hand knotted. They are a buy it now of $18, which is just ridiculous. If I had a large channel, there's no way. They are a peach luster on cord, hand knotted in between. They are glass. Pearls. They are, I mean, this is just a silly, stupid price. They are about 20 inches long, 2 strands. They do not have a glass, I mean, but no one's going to notice that on the back of your neck unless, you wear your hair up or whatever. And even in that case, you could put this sideways and you could put a brooch right here, or put it behind you and have someone put a tiny brooch on the back of your neck, right? I would wear it as a side torque and just put a brooch right there. $18, glass peach pearls, 2 strands. And I say glass because of the sound they make, but it's heavy. So it may be that, yeah, but they tap like glass. So there you go. I will list that on eBay. Okie dokie. Oh, well, I'm not so sure I'm getting off that yet. So there you go. Oh, this is too bad. Okay, this is a buy it now of, this is really too bad. This is such a great piece of vintage costume. I love this. This is a buy it now of $12. It is on cord. It has come loose over the years because when you make things on cord back in the day, they just eventually stretch. And it's not that there's something missing, it's just that it stretches out. So these are black acrylic. There is some swirled gold spacers towards the bottom of the black beads. And then you have these metal gold, or are they plastic? No, metal spacers. These big, they're like a dark orange. And then you have more of those gold tone spacers and carved white acrylic. Now, I'm going to shine the light on it to see if it's actually acrylic or natural. Unsure. And then this is the bottom. This is beautiful. It's quite long. Buy it now for $12 is a crying out loud shame. This would sell on eBay for probably $30, $35. This is about 22 inches long, so it's going to fall right at the top of everything. And let's shine a flashlight. Okay. I see some green. I see green, not purple on these pieces. Yeah, I see some green. So to me, and I can't really get in there too well. It's possible that these, see the flowers, very kind of Tibetan almost. It may be BONE. BONE. Buy it now for $12. And I will list this on eBay for $30. That won't go in a jewelry jar. Okay, last piece of the evening. Thank you all for being here. I did bring a lot more other high-end, etc., but I've been on 3 hours, and it's just not worth it. Okay, these is a fantastic tassel pearl. I believe it's a pearl tassel. I think 4 strand. Ooh, this is a good one. Probably 90s, maybe 2000s. Well, sorry, no tassel, just 4 different sizes. They are faux pearls, and it is a buy it now of $10. Last piece of the evening. Here is the huge lobster claw. Yeah, probably 90s. It doesn't have a maker's. And then it's 4 strands made to look with gold spacers or hand knotted. So here's your, and they're hollow. Here's your classic round. Here's your, oh, good Lord. I forgot the name. It just went out of my brain. I should know it by now for a lot of reasons. Then here's your elongated kind of potato pearl with other ones. God, I can't believe I can't remember the name of that one. And then here's your freshwater pearls. And these freshwater pearls might actually be real freshwater pearls. I'm not sure. So you see how that one comes down with the larger pieces and smaller. Yeah, and it's about 20 inches, 4 strands. Drop pearl. No, it's the, I can't remember. I bought a necklace a while back that I had to return that had this style of pearls. Starts with a B, I think. At any rate. So, yeah, that was a buy it now for 10. And it's a gorgeous piece. It's a classic piece. Classic for the holidays. 4 strands. Buy it now, 10. So, all right, I'll put it in a jewelry jar. And that's it. That's the end of the show. My arm is killing me. My, it's time to go to bed. Baroque, not Baroque. Is it heavy? It's slightly heavy. Yeah, slightly. I mean, so what does that mean? Oh, no, like 2 ounces. So it wouldn't hurt my neck. The inside is hollow. The inside is hollow, so that helps. Not oh, wait, maybe Baroque. Yes, Baroque. Yes, Baroque. No, you are correct. Baroque. Okay, that'll get listed on eBay as well. All right. Well, thank you. Well, that was fun. Not. No, that's not true. It was enjoyable hanging out with all of you who are here. I really appreciate it. I appreciate the little bit of sales that I was able to make. I was going to do another giveaway, and I had a lot more high-end expensive stuff. And I always bring, eclectic stuff from Avon to, turn of the century, to brand names, to homemade, to you name it, I do the best I can. I try to be all over the board. I try to be all over the board with prices so that everyone can afford it. You know, we're all doing the best we can. So on that note, I am going to go upstairs, and I've had ice on my back, but now I'm going to go upstairs and put the last little bit of it on my neck and eat some dinner. Heidi, thank you so much. Thank you, Heidi. I thank you. I think I bring really good variety, but something's happening. I don't know what it is. Honest to gosh, I don't know if it's me, if I'm off-putting, what it is, but I can't seem to retain people's attention. They come and then they leave. I see the stats within 8 minutes. I'm trying to go faster. I just not have, like, what do I not have? No, I don't have vintage Navajo sterling silver all the time. I do sometimes have it. I do have sterling silver. I brought tons of necklaces and pendants, but nobody wanted to buy them. So I'm just like, I don't even know what to do. I don't. So I honestly, before my father died, I sold a couple $100 every sale. So I don't know what's going on. I don't know. I don't think I'm doing anything that different, but maybe I am. Maybe I am. Maybe I need to go watch some old videos and see what the difference is. Okay. Hugs to everyone. I'll see some of you this weekend in chat somewhere. Be safe, be kind. And Heidi, you go take care of yourself as well, okay? Thank you to everyone who came and watched and gave a thumbs up. I appreciate you very much. I'll be back next week. Okay. Good night.